Hello student, let's begin uh, the basic computer skills. In that introduction unit, the types of memories. So in this types of memory we are going to see what is the memory. A memory is just like a human brain. So human brains in the sense of what here memory. So human can store the in the brain what he is seeing in front of him. So same here, the memory is what the user can give the information, that information will be stored in the memory. So it is used to store the data and instructions. So it is using for what the user will going to store the data and instructions. The computer memory is storage. Computer memory is the storage space in the computer where data is to be processed and instruction required for the processing are stored. So what happens here? What is the meaning of this? The computer is the storage space in the computer memory. So there is the storage space that we are going to call memory, where the data is to be processed and instruction required for the processing and stored. So whenever we need that processing, that time we will going to process that data, and after processing we are going to store that data in the memory. So memory is divided into large number of small parts called cells. So memory is divided into large number of small parts. So that parts we are going to call what? Cells. So each location or cell has a unique address. So here what happen? Each address, location or that cell. For example, suppose if I have the memory, so this memory is going to be divided into small pieces, small parts, that is equal parts. So these parts we are going to call what? The number of cells. So this each cells, so these what we are looking, these all are the cells. Each cells have the unique address which varies from 0 to memory size -1. For example, here given, if the computer has 64k words, then this memory is unit has 64 into 1024 bit, that equal to 65,536 memory location. The address of these location varies from 0 to 65,535. So these are the cell which is going to hold the address. So these are the types of memories. So the types of memories are the three types of memory, that is cache memory, primary memory, main memory, both are same, and after that secondary memory. So what happens, we are going to see one by one. What is the cache memory? So the cache memory is very high speed semiconductors memory which can be speed up the CPU. So these types of memory is using for what? To increase the speed of the CPU. That time we are using this cache memory. So it acts as the buffer between the CPU and the main memory. So here what happened, the cache memory is the one thing you remember it here, it is the high speed, it is high speed, and it is a semiconductor memory which can be speed up CPU. So here we are going to increasing the word speed. So it acts as a buffer between CPU buffer between CPU and the main memory. So it is a in between CPU and the main memory. It is used to hold it is used to hold those part of the data program which are most frequently used by the CPU. So it is going to hold those parts, the data, the program which is most frequently used, frequently in the continuously it is going to be used. So these parts of the data and the programs are transferred from disk to cache memory by the operating system, from which the CPU can access them. So CPU can easily access this cache memory through transforming the disk to cache memory. So these are the types of cache memory. So you can see this, the diagram is how this cache memory we can see in the this. So this is the cache memory which is going to set in the CPU. So next, what are the advantages for this cache memory? So cache memory is the faster than main memory. So this is one of the advantages. And second one, it consumes less access time as compared to main memory. So it is a very less access time and compared to main memory. It stores the program that can be executed within a short period of time. It stores the data for temporary use. So it is going to use for the temporary. What are the disadvantages for this cache memory? Cache memory has the limited capacity. So that is the one disadvantage, and it is a very expensive, the cost, where compared to other memory it is a very high, because of it is going to providing the higher speed. So these are the advantages and disadvantages regarding to the cache memory. So next one, we are going to see what is the primary memory. So primary memory we are also called as the main memory. So in this primary memory we can classify it into RAM and ROM. So this will going to main memory. So RAM in the sense of what? Random access memory, RAM. So this primary is going to hold, this can be hold RAM and ROM. So these are the two memory. First one, RAM means what here? It is the random access memory, is unit in computer system. It is the space in the computer where the operating system application program and the data in current use are kept temporarily so that they can be accessed by the computer processor. So it is going to random access memory means what? The unit in computer system, in it is the space in the computer where operating system application programs, and application programs in the sense of what? We can say that, for example, this is a word process for MS Office and Excel, Word, PowerPoint. These are the applications, and data are currently kept temporarily so that they can be accessed the computer process, it is said to volatile since it is content are the accessible only the long as computer is on. The content of RAM no more available once the computer is going to turned off. Whenever the computer is on, that time that this memory is going to be present. After the computer will going to shut down, that time this the not holding those information. So next one, what is the ROM? ROM in the sense of what? Read only memory. So it is a special types of memory which can only be read and contents of which are not lost even when the computer is switched off. It is a typically contains manufacture instructions among other things. ROM is also stored an initial program called the bootstrap loader, which function is to start the operation to computer once the power is turned on. So this is the exact opposite of RAM. So read only memory is the special types of memory which can only the read and content of which are not lost even when the computer is switched off. So here when if computer is goes off or turned off, that time this data is never going to be lost. It is typically contain manufacturer instructions among other things. ROM are stored initial programs called bootstrap loader. Bootstrap loader means what? This is a one types of program which is available in the hardware, so whose functions going to start the operations of the computer once the power is turned on. So whenever you going to turn on button, this bootstrap loader will going to start reading what the programs has been written for that start up the computers. So these two are the main memory. So primary memory holds only those data instructions on which computers is currently working. So it has limit capacity and data is lost when the power is switched off. It is generally made up of semiconductor device. So it is a semiconductor of device. So these memories are not as fast as registers, and these data and instruction required to process reside the main memory. It divided into two categories, subcategories, that is RAM and ROM. So next one is the primary memory. How we can see? This is the RAM and ROM. So this is the when going to read the that time we are using these memories. So what are the primary memories? Characteristics of the main memory. So these are the semiconductors memory. It is also known as the main memory, usually volatile memory. Data is lost in the upper case, the data lost in case power is switched off. It is the working memory of the computer, faster than secondary memories. A computer cannot turn without primary memory. So these are the characteristics of main memories or primary memories. So these are the, I repeat once again, so these are the semiconductors memories. It is also known as the main memory, usually volatile memory, and data is lost in data is lost in the case of power is switched off. It is working memory of the computer, fast than secondary memory. It is going to faster than secondary memory. A computer cannot run without a primary memory. So without primary memory we cannot start the computer. So these are the characteristics of main memory. So next one, which is the last one, the secondary memory. What is the secondary memory here? The secondary memory, which is what we are going to call hard disk. So hard disk is the secondary memory. So this memory is also known as external memory or non-volatile memory. So RAM is the volatile memory having a limited storage capacity. Secondary, the auxiliary memory is storage other than RAM. This includes devices that are peripheral and are controlled by the computer to enable permanent storage of programs and data. Secondary storage devices are two types, magnetic and optical. Magnetic device includes hard disk and optical storage device that are CD, DVD, pen drive, zip drive, etc. So these are the secondary memories. So hard disk is one of the secondary memory. So you can see the diagrams here how the hard disk is available. So the CPU directly does not access this memory. So instead of these are accessed via input output routine. So this hard disk is going to accessing how one side input and one side output. So the content of secondary memories are the first transferred to the main memory and then the CPU can access it. The content of secondary memories are the first transferred to main memory and then the CPU can access it. For example, disk, CD-ROM, DVD, etc. So we can see this diagram in the secondary memory. So let us see what are the characteristics of secondary memory. The characteristics of secondary memories, these are the magnetic and optical. These are the magnetic and optical memories. It is also known as the backup memory. So it is also we are going to call the backup memory, and it is non-volatile memory. So it is a non-volatile memory. Data is permanently stored even if the power is switched off. So these types of memories are going to hold the data in permanently in the memory. So even if the power goes off, then only we can say the data is present in the memory. It is used for storage of data in computer. Computer may run without the secondary memory. So computer may run without the secondary memory. So the slower primary memory. So this is the secondary is the one of the slower than primary memories. So this is the these are the memories where we are going to use in the computers. I repeat once again, what are the memories are available in the types of memories: the cache memory, primary and main memory, secondary memory. So this is the cache memory is the very fast speed, and it is going to conducting what the semiconductors in the memory, and it is the acts buffer between CPU and the main memory. So it is used to hold the part of data programs which is most frequently used by the CPU. So the part of the data programs are the transferred from the disk to cache memory by the operating system, which CPU can access them. So this is the diagrams of what we can. So these are chips. What we are viewing these chips. These are the cache memory. So cache, these are the advantages and disadvantages for cache memory. And the primary memory, what this is, the primary memory is hold the instructions of the computer currently working. It is a limited capacity, and the power is when its data is going to be lost in the power goes off. So generally the made up of semiconductors device, these are the memory is faster, not faster as the registers. So data is instruction required to be processed reside the main memory, and this primary memory is contains two types of memory, RAM and ROM. So this is the diagram of primary memory. Without primary memory we cannot run the computers. So these are the characteristics of primary memory. And the secondary memory is the memory is external memory or non-volatile, so the slower than main memory. So these the secondary memories are very slower memory. And one of the advantages is what, when the power is goes off, the data will never going to loss in the secondary memory. So these regarding memories. So I am going to stop here, and remaining types of memories, sorry, now what the remain, so the types of computer we are going to see in the next video. Okay, thank you for viewing the types of memory. If you have any doubts in this videos, so please send message in the I have sent in the last ID of teachment. So in please send any doubts regarding memories. Thank you.